Hello, everyone. So, it's a nation in crisis, huh? And we all have to be very cautious because ignorance is not bliss, it's a blindfold. I feel that we need to be careful of, right now, media, everyone is quick to react to posts and sometimes aren't really hearing what the person is saying, um, or jumping in on live feeds and thinking they're saying something that is not true or accurate. um, I'm not going to say too much as to my feelings, except that I totally believe that you should definitely be following the advice given for COVID. I'm not going to get into my personal beliefs with anything like that. But I just hope that everyone is safe and practicing, safety measures and being cautious. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Now is the time to take up a hobby. Really, it's the time to take up a hobby. Netflix is not a hobby. I just want to point that out. That Netflix is not a hobby, and we just can't make it one. Except what I've started doing. I've started watching like one episode of a series and critiquing it because that is how you turn Netflix into a hobby. Becoming a Netflix critic. So, every day, the top 10, I will select and watch a bit of one and critique it. It goes nowhere, but it's something to do. I'm still being artistic. But of course, I have my son that comes over because dual parenting situation. So he comes over and we make plasticine stuff. He's into the whole war and army thing right now, and my eye. And he is teaching me all about these different, warships, etc. And anyway, I have no idea where he's learning it from, but he watches videos on YouTube and is just infatuated with it all. And, he's infatuated with the whole life-death thing. I think he wants to be as educated about the best way to stay alive as possible when it comes to war, when it comes to anything. And, it's really hard for youngsters to understand. It's hard enough for us to understand COVID, let alone children. So just watch your words when you're explaining to them, why they're home and what's going on, because we don't want to instill too much fear. We want to educate, and we want them to be fearful enough that they listen and follow, but not enough to scare them to think that they're going to pass away, or, to educate, because that's what parents do, is we educate. And if we educate enough, then we don't have to instill too much fear. Just to instill caution and, cautious measures. So anyway, this is going to be a short video, but I just hope that everybody is doing okay. I saw a few posts of people actually committing suicide because of isolation. So, if you know me on Facebook or here, post, message me, whatever. If you're upset, anything, just, I don't want someone to have nobody. So, get in touch with me. I don't care. I'll talk to you. I don't care if I don't know you. I will talk to you because everyone deserves somebody. So, just reach out. Don't hesitate. And reach out to others because everyone's in the same situation. Maybe not the identical situation. I live alone with my son half the time. So, but, other people have a whole family. Let's just be cautious, reach out, and be as positive as we can in these times. Really, we just need to try to see the light at the end of the tunnel that is. We just have to, because if we don't, then it's really going to get us down. And anyone with any mental health issues really needs to reach out. There are supports out there. You know, if you have a counselor, psychiatrist, talk on the phone with them if you can't go in person. Instead of canceling it, say, hey, can we talk over the phone? Have a phone appointment. Something like that. You know, make phone calls, call people. If you're, get your updates, call the hotline that gives COVID information. Just do anything to keep yourself up and at it, to keep going, it sounds cheesy, but I write down something every day that I'm grateful for. And I've been doing this journal of positive sayings. And positive sayings and positive quotes, 365 daily quotes for inspired living. I know, cheesy, right? So, but I'm also doing a lot about mindfulness, the reasonable mind and the emotional mind. So you have two circles. One is your reasonable mind. The other is your emotional mind, and right there in the middle is your mindfulness, your wise mind, and it's just important to try and be in your wise mind. Your wise mind is, cool and collected, and sometimes right now we are, we can't be living totally in fear right now. So far, there's been 5 days on PEI of no new COVID cases, apparently. Not sure if this is true, but it's one of those he said, she said posts on Facebook that apparently the number is still at 22, and that as new cases have come up, people have gotten better, and none have required hospitalization so far. So that is, that's something positive. Just think about your family that is healthy, even though they may not be at your home, and your friends that are healthy. Think about, once again, the light at the end of the tunnel, because there is a light, and we all will get through this, and the only way we can is together. So once again, reach out, ask for help, talk to people, and, if social media is getting to you, take a break of social media and just do other things, Yeah, there was a joke, and it's true. This was me today. It was, I was late sleeping in. I missed getting to the living room on time. But that's just the way it is right now. The whole world is different. We are in, PEI has not been declared in a state of crisis yet. We have a low amount of cases. But, we have to be cautious. We're an island. We're very small. And we have to practice the measures, because otherwise, well, it will spread like rapid fire. But also, people are going out to do their very basic essentials and going back home, and, being very cautious and careful, and that's good. Not gallivanting around, just being from point A to point B, getting their basics, pharmacy, grocery store, go home. And I applaud them for that. And, just taking up hobbies. Like, I'm going to be cooking a new veggie curry soup, and I'm going to bring some to my neighbor later. Yes, and he may even watch this, so it might ruin the surprise. But I'm making a really epic soup later. Yes, indeed, I am. I'm taking up, and I'm going to bake. I'm going to bake some muffins or some, I don't know, I might make a cake. I don't know if I have a cake pan or not. I'm not sure, but I'll go and get one. I'm going to get some basics from point A to point B today, and just some basics, and that's it. In and out of Walmart, one person going in, being very quick and getting out, and that is all. Well, there's not a lot to say, really, but just try to be mindful, stay in that wise mind area, and, no hobby is, you can make a hobby out of anything. Seriously, who says you can't pick up some plasticine and make some characters yourself? I don't know. Really, there is a lot to do. There was a post on Facebook about, don't get down on the person that's going to pick up paint. Maybe them painting is keeping their idle hand busy so that they don't relapse and start drinking. Maybe they're a recovered alcoholic. Don't come down on the person picking up seeds and flower bedding and stuff, because maybe that's her hobby and she's making that one trip, but she's going to be at home and doing that for the next month. You know what I mean? So just pick a hobby, figure it out, do something, keep yourself busy, try to be positive, and there's always people around. So reach out, and if social media is too much for you right now, take a break. Don't do anything that is going to push you into a negative space, because we don't need that right now. None of us need that. So anyway, I hope everyone takes care of themselves, and by doing so takes care of others. Okay, bye.